Alright, what's going on everybody? It is Corn Ambition here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what I hope for Star Wars Battlefront 3. And before we start the video, if you're wondering why my lips aren't moving on my face cam, it's because I'm recording this audio after, because I accidentally broke my headset. I don't know how, but I did. So yeah, I'm going to be doing this post-audio recording until I get a replacement, but I'm just used to using my face cam, so I hope you can forgive me for that. Let's talk about Star Wars Battlefront 3. Now, first of all, it's not even confirmed if we are getting Battlefront 3. If Battlefront 3 is confirmed, then I'll be happy enough, honestly. Now, hopefully Battlefront 3 comes out for EA, because I know for, I think Pandemic, who worked on the original two Battlefronts, they were supposed to make a third Battlefront, and that was, almost done, I'm pretty sure. But it never came to be, and this Battlefront was supposed to be amazing. So hopefully EA gets a Battlefront 3, and I feel like, honestly, this Battlefront might actually probably be easily one of the best Battlefronts ever. Because if you compare Battlefront 2015 and 2017, Battlefront 2017 had way more content, and I feel like the next Battlefront might have even, just way more content, way more possibilities if Battlefront 3 is ever to be made. Now, if I was to predict when this game would come out, let's just say, hypothetically, it is, being made, I would predict probably, 2021, 2022 would be kind of when the game comes out. I don't know, those years make sense to me, so hopefully it does come out. I know Battlefront 2015, when that ended, I was sad, but I knew that another Battlefront was going to be made, and it did. And we don't know if a third Battlefront's going to be made. Hopefully it does. I think all of us really want a third Battlefront. Now, my vision for Battlefront 3 is just combining aspects of the 2015 Battlefront and 2017 Battlefront. Because with the 2015 Battlefront, it had way more of an immersive feeling to me. It felt like I was on, Endor, Hoth, and just the way they designed the 2015 Battlefront maps definitely felt more iconic to me. So if a third Battlefront would, be made, I definitely hope those immersive aspects would be made. But Battlefront 2017 had, way more, cooler game modes like Capital Supremacy, Galactic Assault, and just more heroes, more ships, all of that. So if they combine those two elements from the previous two Battlefronts, I would be very happy, actually. I feel like if they combine the immersiveness on Battlefront 2015 and the game modes and just all the stuff they added from Battlefront 2017, combine that into one game and then just amplify on that more, I feel like Battlefront 3 would be probably pretty insane in my opinion. It's kind of hard to think about what Battlefront could look like in a third installment. It is kind of hard to believe. In terms of maps, having some of the maps we always hope for, I always hope for Bespin, for Galactic Assault, and I know everyone hoped for Utapau or Coruscant, those types of maps for the Clone Wars. And I feel like if we were to add the maps that the community really requested during the 2017 Battlefront that never made it, and they would add that in the third Battlefront, I feel like the hype would be in full effect. If they were to put a launch trailer out and they show Coruscant, Utapau, Bespin, all these other planets we want, definitely I think a lot of people would be happy and excited. Now in terms of heroes, I feel again with the map situation, I would definitely want the heroes we always requested but never got. Some of the top requests that came to mind were Jango Fett, Padme, Ahsoka, Mace Windu. Those are more of the top requests, so having those heroes we also never got, maybe one or two of them, those heroes I mentioned, being in the game, again, I feel like people would be satisfied. And especially since the Clone Wars is over, maybe they could get more inspiration from, the types of characters like Ahsoka and Ventress. I really hope we get those two heroes into Battlefront 3. Now that the Clone Wars is over, definitely got to give, those two heroes at least a spot in a Battlefront game. So, again, those are just heroes I would like. Now, again, there isn't really much to think of heroes, but in terms of game modes, now, Galactic Assault, I always thought was a huge leap forward from Walker Assault in the 2015 Battlefront, because Walker Assault was basically the same objective but in different game modes. But then Galactic Assault was different objectives, different planets, but it still had that kind of Walker Assault type feeling where it was large amount of players with starfighters, vehicles, and all that nice stuff. So if Battlefront 3 ever got another Galactic Assault kind of game, I feel if they would make it an even larger scale, I know everyone wanted a 32v32 game mode in this game. I was hoping that would be Supremacy, but I mean, we did get additional AI players, so that's kind of a nice compromise. But 32v32 Galactic Assault in another Battlefront, and you don't even call it Galactic Assault, I don't know, maybe they'll retitle it. But just having that same objective type game mode across different planets, different objectives on different types of planets, and just having starfighters, regular infantry, and heroes, and just all of this stuff incorporated in one game mode, I think that would be very fun. And maybe they could do other things we've never seen before, in Galactic Assault, maybe you would get larger players, or maybe you know, it could kind of be like operations in the Battlefield installment, where it basically feels like you're fighting like multiple different days on multiple different maps. Maybe they would do something like that. That would be cool. Like, you know, one day you start off on the Naboo Plains, and then you kind of move up to Theed, like on a different day in the game. Obviously, you're not going to play two full actual real life days for one game, well, that isn't obviously really possible. But just having that feeling that you're fighting across like different sections of a planet, and it gives you the feeling that you're fighting like a few different days, definitely, you know, makes it feel like the battle is way larger than it really is. Maybe you could fight on a Trade Federation battleship, because those were above Naboo. Having those type of elements would be, you know, insane for like a Battlefront game. I know Battlefield has operations, but having that for Battlefront, I think that would be even more cooler. And then just, you know, having again 32v32, you know, that would actually, it would be really fun. I think we could all agree that having an operations game mode for like Battlefront, that would be amazing. Now, I'd also like it if they brought capital supremacy back, again, amplify it. So 32v32, you know, supremacy would be amazing. Like, just no AI, 32 players versus 32 players. I think we would all want that. And, you know, bring back the 3 eras. Hopefully, original trilogy will get their capital ships. They never got it in this Battlefront. Having that would be amazing. And maybe the ships would actually be in space instead of, you know, the planet's atmosphere. That would be good. And yeah, but the one thing I would honestly want, like if I could only pick one thing for Battlefront 3, it would be ground to space battles. And when I mean ground to space battles, I mean you can actually fly a starfighter onto the ground or up into space without any, you know, transition, like no cutscenes, like you do it yourself. Now, out of the main Battlefront installments, I know there was like other types of Battlefronts that were like, you know, not, that were smaller. I can't remember any of the names, but like, you know, out of Pandemic's 2 Battlefronts and out of EA's 2 Battlefronts, we've never had a proper ground to space kind of game mode. You can transition from ground or space, no cutscenes, you know, you do it yourself in the ship. Never had that. I know the, you know, unfinished Battlefront 3 game from Pandemic was supposed to have that, but unfortunately that game never came to be. So definitely need it now. Now, I know if the next Battlefront is going to be a thing, it's almost 100% going to be in the next generation of consoles, PS5, Xbox Series X. So I really hope that they do add a ground to space kind of game mode for this next Battlefront installment, because honestly, that is like, you know, ground to space battles are kind of like the battles that everyone kind of wants to see in Star Wars, because it incorporates all the cool things about Star Wars, you know, capital ships fighting in space, you know, ground combat on a planet, starfighters, you know, zipping around everywhere. That's kind of the thing I think all Battlefront players want. I would really like it where, you know, where you have to like take out some, you know, I don't know, separatist dreadnoughts in space, but you also have a battle going on the ground. And it would kind of be cool to see how that battle would go, because obviously in Star Wars, it's, you know, both ground and space combat that really makes Star Wars what it is. So having a ground to space kind of combat game mode would be amazing. And that's really all I have to say. Sorry this video seems like a little bit short, but since Battlefront 3 we have no information on it, kind of, you know, you don't know what direction it could go in. So this is kind of just me letting my mind run loose. Definitely we need ground to space battles. Like, I hope that if Battlefront 3 is going to be a thing, ground to space battles be included, because I think that's what every player has want, and I hope we get it. But this has been Core Ambition. I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did, please like and consider subscribing. We're pretty close to 100 subscribers. And yeah, but this has been Core Ambition. Thank you all for watching. Peace out.